Isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. March 15, 2022, Wednesday or Tuesday. Tuesday pala ngayon. At kalagitnaan na po ng buwan at napakainit na po at maalinsangan. Ito po ang the stock market today. If this is your first time in this channel, ako po si Benji Chodoro, isang retired bank officer na nagsimulang mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007, and I do this report every day and report the latest news on your favorite and most active stocks. If you like the content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. If you have stocks in mind that you want reviewed, please comment on the comment box and I will prioritize. By the way, I am not a financial advisor, and anything I say in this channel should not be construed as financial advice. Ang ating financial news ay tungkol sa FIGARO at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, March 15, 2022. Maganda kaya ang kinalabasan? Dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, but first, let's go to our financial headlines courtesy of the Manila Standard. Governor Jokno says Philippine economy strong enough to weather Ukraine invasion. Then we have GMSI Holdings allots 46.5 billion to finance group expansion bids. AirAsia Philippines resumes operations at NAIA Terminal 4 as travel rebounds. Then we go to Philex Mining. 224 million Silangan Copper Gold Project in Surigao gets support of LGUs. But our main news is not here, it is in the business world on FIGARO, who plans store expansion as restrictions on COVID-19 protocols eases. FIGARO Coffee Group is planning to expand its stores outside Metro Manila by opening stores in strategic areas in the country, the coffee shop and restaurant operator said on Monday. As restrictions are coming down and the pandemic is easing, the company is seeing a healthy rebound in customer spending, especially in eating out. We look forward to meeting our customers where they are and opening outlets in strategic locations close to them, FCG Chairman Justin Liu said in a statement. Early this year, FIGARO opened another branch in Cebu along V. Rama Street for a total of 3 stores in the southern city. To speed up deliveries and reach our customers faster, we are now looking to further strengthen our presence in Cebu through expansion in areas surrounding Cebu City and its outskirts as well, FCG Chief Operating Officer Michael T. Barrett said. Mr. Barrett pointed to a potential market in Cagayan de Oro, Bacolod, Tarlac, Bulacan, Iloilo, where FIGARO opened its second branch in Tagbac, Iloilo City. Okay, so that's our main news for the day. And ano kaya nangyari kay PSE? But before we get to that, let me take a look at some of our comments here. Sabi po ni Katz, Big Water. Thanks po Sir Bench sa insight. Pasilip na lang po ng TEL, GSMI, Ginebra San Miguel ba ito? Yeah. TEL, GSMI, and SCC. So, include po natin yan si TEL, GSMI, and SCC. Okay. Sige, your wish is my command, Katz. So, tignan po natin ang nangyari sa index. Naku, nag-rebound, ano? Kanina umaga, nung tinitingnan ko po ito, pula. At it went as low as 666 or 6,638.40. So, ito siguro yung pinaka-lowest in a span of how many months, ano? August. So, more than 8 months or mga 8 months na po. It's the lowest in 8 months. but it bounced back and ended at 7,019.92, up 202.97%, 2.98% up. Yesterday, it was down a record 4.15%. Pulang-pula po siya. Ito po, 4.15 down po siya. And then, tingnan natin yung market summary naman. 138 companies declined, 76 advanced, whilst 36 remained unchanged. The all-share index advanced 1.53%. The sectoral indices are all in the green except for mining again, which lost 3.70%. The gainers was led by properties at 3.51%. So let's now take a look at the most active stocks, and we'll be reviewing the most active, and we'll be reviewing three. Let's take the top three. Okay, let's do Ayala Land, SMPH, and ICT, yung kumpanya ni Mr. Razon. Okay, so let's now go to that. Let's do first TEL. Request ni Katz ito. Yan. Okay. TEL, nag-bounce and it went as low as 1585 and ended at 1740. Meron po siyang dividends and the payout is on April 4. 42 pesos per share. Ex-date is March 14, yesterday. So kung nakabili po kayo yesterday, sorry po, dapat Friday po kayo bumili. Di ba po? Ex-date kasi, hindi na kayo kasama, excluded na kayo dyan. Okay, so nag-bounce po si TEL, and from my visuals of the indicators, no, yung long, medium, short, and long, it appears that TEL is just moving sideways. And yung hammer na meron siya ngayon, yung green candlestick na hammer, ay good indication po yan that the next candlestick would be another green. Kasi this is a powerful candlestick, actually, na it went as low as 1585, and buyers pushed the prices up to end at 1,740, or a 1.46% increase based on yesterday's closing price. Pero if you were able to catch or buy at the low of 1585 and 1711, nag-sell kayo at 1740, magkano kinita nyo dyan, ano? Kasi kung 1740 minus 1585, that's 155 peso gain, ano? And you divide that by 1585, that would be about a 9 or almost 10% gain minus commissions, taxes, and all that. Siguro mga 9.5% ang kita nyo po kung nakatch nyo po ang market, ang PLDT at its low and sold at its high of 1740, which is the closing price. So sideways lang po si PLDT or TEL. Next is GSMI. So Ginebra San Miguel Inc. GMSI, Lusiutan Group po ito. Hindi, San Miguel to. Hindi to Lusiutan. Gin Capitan si Lusiutan di ba? Okay. So sideways lang po si GSMI, at yung pinaka-indicator ko po kasi to know if it's moving sideways are all the three indicators are piercing through the candlesticks. So nagkaroon po siya ng dip ngayon. It lost 5 peso 30 centavos compared with the previous day, but in general the stock is just moving sideways. Okay, yung ating pinaka-support, lagay po natin dito sa 107, and the resistance would be here at 114. Okay, may dividends po sa GMSI Tingnan natin kung magkano yung dividendo niya. And then let's try to calculate the dividend yield. Cash dividends of 1 peso and another cash dividend of 37.5 centavos for a total of 137. Isa dito ay special. 1.37 1.375 divided by 106.70. That's a 1.28% dividend yield. Pero kung i-add pa rin natin yung 1.375 dito, no? Ay, November pa kasi to. November pa to, so hindi natin pwedeng i-compare. Okay? So it's about 1.2%, pero kung 2 times a year magbigay si GSMI, mga 2.4 to 2.5% po ang pinaka-dividend yield, less than 10% tax. Okay? So yun po ang aking take sa GMSI. By the way, control and support and resistance are not exact points. These are areas. And then we go to Semirara, SEC. Naku, si Semirara. Para siyang bell curve. Oh. So yung short-term indicator natin is crossing na the candlestick here, no? Indicating that it may be coming, the bullish movement may be coming to an end. Kasi a few days ago, it was bullish, ano? Yung RSI natin noong March 3 ay nasa 79 or 80, no? Kasi pagka nasa 80 po yan, ibig sabihin overbought po yung stock at marami pong, there are more buyers than sellers, kaya nga green candlestick po ito. But it reached a peak on March 7 and it reached a high of 34.85, but after that it was all downhill. So ang pinaka resistance natin ay pwede natin ilagay dito sa level na ito, nasa 34. I would say there is a resistance there and the support would be very near this area. Ito po, nasa 26.69 ang pinaka-support area, kaya nakakakita po tayo ng bounce dito sa area ito. Yung ating RSI is at 47, a bit below the midpoint, which would indicate a bearish sentiment, ano? Slightly bearish sentiment, but kailangan po natin abangan ng susunod na kabanata kasi yung ating long-term indicator, yung ating 100-day exponential moving average is still moving upwards. SEC kasi is one of the highest paying dividend stocks in the index. And sa akin lang naman kasi, if SEC is an index stock and nagdidip po siya ng ganito, it's an opportunity to buy because SEC is a blue chip company. Okay po? Okay. And then, we go to Ayala Land. Marami pong projects si Ayala Land. Ha? Nag-bounce si Ayala Land following the movement of the index. And generally, I would say that the movement is turning bearish. RSI is bearish at 41. Ang midpoint po kasi niyan 50 eh. Pagka bumaba po yan ng konti, pwede pa rin natin sabihin sideways ang movement. But this one, it's bearish. Although there is a bounce today. No, the bounce today is 3.96% or 1 peso 35 centavos. So the stock ended at 35.40. But yesterday, it was a red engulfing candlestick and the stock lost, ilan ito? 7.6 or 7 pesos 6, 760. Napakalaking bagsak po nito. And this is the largest drop since, I guess, the pandemic, ano? Dito nung July, it lost, hindi ko lang ma-center, 6.97. Pero mas malaki po yung drop dito. Yan natin kung merong news si Ayala. I think it's just market sentiment and the fears on inflation that's driving most of the stocks in this behavior, no? But after a dip, there is always a bounce, and that's what happened to Ayala Land. The support is at 33.96, and I would place the resistance here in this area at 38.79. These are not exact points. Control, support and resistance are areas. And then we have SMPH or SM Prime. Ito yung real estate and mall business ni SM. Yan, nagkaroon siya ng bounce. Alam nyo, last Sunday nasa SM po ako. And napakaraming tao. Puno yung parking and yung tao nasa labas. And akala mo tapos na yung pandemic. Maraming kumakain, puno yung mga restaurants at it's good news. Sana hindi na po mag-increase yung mga cases. Yun lamang po. Pero maganda po yung bounce ni SMPH and I would put the support here at this level at 37.27 kasi when you look to the left, there is a resistance here that became support and most of the bounce are happening in this area at this 37.29 level. The resistance naman could be found here at 39.72 area. And the RSI is higher than the midpoint. It's at 55.92 indicating that the stock may even move higher in the coming days. Then finally, we have ICT. Uy, nag-bounce si ICT although yung kanyang closing price is just at the level of our short-term indicator. Na 220 yung kanyang closing price, the EMA20 is at 218. So it's a bit higher than the closing price. Meron siyang dividendo ha. Tingnan natin magkano dividendo ni ICT. That's 44.56. 6 pesos. 6 pesos per share. So computin nga natin yung dividend yield. So that's 6 divided by 220. You have a dividend yield of 2.72. Remove the 10% tax. That's 2.45. And this is just the first dividend for the year. And this is not bad if you have an investment in ICT. Okay? Ngayon, yung ating support and resistance, we'll do a parallel channel here with the parallel channel following the blue line, which is our medium-term indicator. So our resistance could be found at the 133.88 level, while the support following the medium-term exponential moving average is at 210. Okay? Marami pong salamat. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market March 15, 2022. Ito po si Benji Chidoro. Nagpapaalala, investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik at hanggang sa muli. Take care, God bless, and bye for now.